Welcome back to another episode. I am Sticks. This is my co-host and best friend D-Lo, and we are part of my wisdom. We took a week off last week, but we back in action with some good content. So first of all, of course, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and always comment. We talk to everybody in the comment section. So like, subscribe, comment on the video. Let's get into it, man. What's good with you, D-Lo?
What's up, my brother?
Chilling,
What's
man.
good with you?
Man, it's same as always, man. Same stuff, different toilet, bro. Just
Yeah,
selling cars, making sure Sam taken care of, and trying to make this money, trying to get this thing right here rolling. So we need the people to get right. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Yeah, man. What's good with you though? How your week been?
Man, listen, I am very tired.
Oh,
So
okay.
the last couple of weeks I know what a single parent feels like. Not, I'm married, but wife had a little surgery where I had to step into action, be Superman, doing everything in the house.
For sure.
I don't envy the things that she does for our family on a daily basis. And very grateful for the things that she does do. But I'm tired, bro. Waking the kids up to go to school, making sure the son sleeps at night, cooking, cleaning. Yeah, it's crazy.
I can
Shout out to
imagine,
the single moms and single parents out there for sure.
for sure. Of course, sis, what I'm saying, feel better soon. I know she's probably getting better as we go. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
she good.
saying?
She
But
good now. We are right.
yeah, Superman, man. That's Superman. D-Lo Superman right there, man. He got
Mm.
it, bro. He got it. But
Yeah.
we got what's the topics for today, my boy?
Hey, so the topics this week, we're talking about celebrity endorsements, and are we seeing the end of the trend of making, these super celebrity endorsers? We're going to talk about Erica Mena and her reaction to the amount of child support that Safaree had to pay. And we're going to talk about the clip that's gone viral right
Ultra
now
viral.
with B. Simone and her cleanliness, and admitting that she doesn't shower every day.
Man, we got some good stuff going on, man. We got some good stuff going
Yeah.
on. That'd be Simone. But anyway, what we got with the endorsements today? How you feel about the endorsement thing?
Yeah, so CNN Business wrote an article a couple weeks ago that talks about the breakup between Kanye West and Adidas and Gap, and the article states that or it's talking about the risk of having celebrity endorsers as partners with these big brands, and then following Kanye's debacle, Kyrie got into a debacle with Nike, well, with his, I don't know if it's a or his controversy. We'll just say his controversy
True.
with his Twitter post, and then losing his endorsement with Nike. So that being said, Sticks, are we at the end, or are we going to see fewer products being endorsed by celebrities and athletes in the future?
I think the future for endorsements is getting to a point where it's getting bleak. The main reason why I say that is because cancel culture is so crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel culture is so crazy, and people are so quick to get in their feelings about something that somebody says. Now, I do agree that sometimes people do go too far with the things they say on social media or even in post-game press conferences and things of that nature. But at some point, you have to, us as the fans need to kind of separate the person from their stardom, so to speak. Because in the Kyrie situation, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. In the Kyrie situation, it was honestly just a post. He posted it with no comment, nothing underneath the post. It was just, I watched this. This is educational. That's what he meant by it. But in a sense, but on the flip side of that, since he didn't put a comment on there as to why he posted it. That's where most of the controversy came from because of
Open
what
for
the
interpretation.
exactly, and because of what the content of that documentary, where the anti-Semitism and stuff of that nature that was in that documentary that he posted. That's where a lot of that backlash for him came from. So I think that, like I said, us as the people, us as the audience that's watching these folk, we need to kind of, like we said, have conversations with these people and ask what they meant before we go off on a tangent and say, oh, you're this, you're anti-Semitic, or you're
Mhm.
racist, or whatever. We need to make sure we have these conversations before we just jump off the handle, because that's probably not what they meant in the end. Now,
Yeah.
Kanye, he was bugging. Kanye was bugging. But
Yeah.
I think it's more so like social media now is kind of, they're so ticky tacky and so quick to, it's the public's fault, but social media is so quick to cancel now and put these labels on people now, that it's like, okay, now these major endorsers are like, okay, you really got to watch what you say, or you
Yep.
really, you know what I'm saying? But what you think? What you think about it?
So I think I don't feel like it's something that we should expect to see in the near future as far as celebrity endorsers being fewer,
Mhm.
endorsing those products. But I think if celebrities like Kanye, um, who have these partnerships and these endorsements continue to get in trouble, I think the brands will strongly consider taking a look at what's going on, look at the partnerships that they have, and I still don't think they'll, like, take away the endorsements, but the amount of dollars that they'll put in, I think they'll collectively come to agreement, which is illegal, but they'll find a way to do it and say, "Let's just not give them as much money. That way it doesn't hurt us as much."
Mhm.
I think it's mainly gonna be with celebrities because athletes
Yeah.
are usually heavily vetted before they go into whatever league they're going to. So football, they when they go into the pre-draft stuff,
Mhm.
they dig well into their background. Basketball the
For
same
sure.
way, baseball same way, I believe. But these celebrities, as far as actors and rappers or singers, whatever the case may be, I don't think their past is really dug up into that much, or their psychology is really dug into that much. It's just,
I can
oh,
agree
they
with
can
that.
sing, they can dance. Let's give them some money. Let's sign them to a deal. Let's let's have them endorse our products because they have a heavy influence on the culture, on the public. They can help us sell our products as well. So
Mhm.
I think with that being said, those type of individuals, the celebrities, they'll be heavily scrutinized and looked at before the brands open up their pocketbooks and say, yeah, we want you to endorse us and this is the amount of money that we're going to give you.
I agree with that. I agree with that, because you got kids coming up, like we talked about Mikey Williams, who is a superstar,
Hmm.
who's got the Puma deal, and he's making money off of his likeness now, and he's going to be building these endorsements as he gets older and gets into the NBA as well. So I think, like you said, it's probably going to be. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be the end of endorsements. Like they're going to stop endorsing these folk, but
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, like you said, less money, to where there's like, okay, cool. If we don't give him this 1 billion, maybe we give him 250 million.
Yeah.
And if we
Still a
do,
lot of
if
money, but
so it's
not
a
the
lot of
money
money,
that,
but
yeah.
literally like a quarter of what you could have gotten. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it would have been, so that way, if they do have a situation like Kanye, and Adidas is going to be out so much money in their fourth quarter because of them losing that deal, that
Hmm.
wouldn't hurt them so much in the future, because okay, in opposed to losing $243 million, maybe we might lose 1.5,
Right.
or 150 million, in opposed to, so it'll cut back the cost that they have to lose if something happens, so where they have to cut an endorsement. But and you're right too. It's more so the celebrities in opposed to the athletes, because I think the athletes, their psychology is the game in
Hmm.
itself, in opposed to celebrities have more of a, they have more of an eye in the public, so to speak,
Hmm.
because their their whole world is the people who love them.
Right.
Athletes too, but it's more so athletes don't think about the people as much as they think about the game. Like, the game is my job. This is what I love more than what the people say about me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's probably why Kyrie got in trouble, because he don't really care what people say either. Like, he is such a free thinker. He don't really give a damn. But
Hmm.
most celebrities like singers, actresses, and the like are more so okay. I have to appeal to these people because
Right.
they are what brings money, put food on my table. So if
Right.
I
They're the
don't
ones
have
that come to the concerts. They're
come
the
to
one
the,
that
I
buy
was just
my
about to say that.
albums, or
Yep,
they're the ones that go to the movies and
yep.
whatnot. So I have to appeal to them in some form or fashion. But the thing is, when they get into this controversy, it's almost like they go against the people, which is fine. I think, nobody, we're everybody's different on this planet for a reason. If everybody was the same,
Hmm.
this world would be boring as I don't know
Boring
what.
as hell. Yeah,
Right,
facts.
right. But it's ironic that usually when they say stuff that is controversial is going against the public norms.
Hmm.
And I think that's why companies have a responsibility to look at it and say, all right, you got into this small controversy. This is a consequence. All right.
Hmm.
We're going to, do XYZ rather than letting it build up. They embolden these individuals to go against the norm. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. They
Hmm.
embolden them a little bit to go against the norm until it gets to a point where they can't have them endorse their products anymore because it's hurting their pockets now. And so when it gets to a major controversy, they just, all right, we got to cut you. We can't no longer have you endorse our products.
But see, do you think that kind of so with that being said, as far as them maybe cutting endorsements or even cutting the amount of money that they give these celebrities, do you think that hurts? Which it probably I probably answer my own question, but do you think that hurts like the up and coming star more than it hurts the larger star? Because here recently, a lot of the up and coming guys have been getting more endorsements because they're more so in Gen Z and
Hmm.
into the social media and how they want to actually project their message and endorse their product. But do you think that that's going to hurt like the up and coming starter who doesn't have as much of a public backing, but they have more of a social media backing? Does it hurt them more than it hurts the bigger celebrity?
I'm glad you said that. I actually think that it's going to help them, and the reason I think it will help them is because, as we mentioned, as we mentioned, the dollars will probably get cut, and if you cut those dollars and you're trying to attract high profiled, I say A-list, A caliber celebrities, they're more than likely not going to sign with you, which will inevitably lead the brands to go down a tier to find individuals
Mhm,
that can still have the similar influence, or maybe not as much as a Kanye or um, Jay-Z, or I'm say out the names, the household
bigger
names,
names, right?
the LeBrons, the Drakes,
Mhm.
and Taylor Swift, whatever the case may be, which that situation is crazy too. Her selling out 2 million. Yeah, we'll talk about that
Her
maybe
tickets got to
sometime.
$45,000, bro.
Yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, yeah. So
But either way, yeah.
those type of caliber of individuals, they'll go down a tier to pull uh your social media influencers and give them a little bit more money than what they were giving them, because now you can kind of control them a bit, um,
Mhm,
because they don't have the status that the other individuals have, and they are trying to achieve the money that other individuals have. So I
mhm,
think it actually helps them rather than hurts them. It may hurt them slightly because now on a personal level, because now they'll be more reluctant to actually do what they do on a regular basis or
mhm,
step outside of the norm. But for financially, I think it'll help them because, again, I don't think brands will lessen their, and this is it's opinion, it's not fact. I'm
mhm.
not basing this off any fact. I don't
Right.
I don't think brands will lessen um, endorsements. If anything, it'll go up. Harvard Business School performed a study on celebrity endorsements where they found that 14 to 19% of advertisements that were aired on television were endorsed by some type of celebrity. I only see that going up. I see that at least going up by another 6% to 25%. Um, because I mean, it's just influence in our society is a major draw. Word of mouth, and the not the influence, the word of mouth and the actual person attached to it is how we as a public decide it shouldn't be this way, but we decide what we want to spend, where we want to spend our money. And
Agreed.
the psychology of the consumer, those brands and those companies know that, and they're going to continue to use that influence to draw eyes to their products.
Yep, and I think a lot of the endorsers are leaning more towards more social media endorse or social media advertising and even YouTube advertising and Twitch and all of these advertisers that are drawing more eyes because of course the attention span is so much shorter and nobody really watches TV anymore, honestly. So
Right.
like actual commercials on television, on network television aren't as big anymore as far as the endorsers are concerned, as far as advertising dollars. But
Hmm.
now it's more so like Google ads and like the internet is running everything. And
Hmm.
eventually, I think network TV is gonna is probably already dead, but it's dying like a mug. But
Right.
everything's gonna be online now. So a lot of these younger guys, a lot of these Gen Zs and the generation after are going to have that influence on social media to be able to have these endorsements to get it out to the masses because there's so many people on on these platforms that have millions and millions of followers,
Yep.
and the endorsement dollars there are crazy. So I do agree. I was in a sense initially before you said that it was going to hurt, but like you said, if the larger guys want more money and they are cutting back on dollars because of the controversies that have happened in the past, and they do start cutting down on dollars, then I think that the lower tier guys be like, okay, I want to get where Drake is. I want to get where Jay-Z is. And if this company is giving me this amount and he won't take it, well, I'll take it and then use this for a couple of years. Maybe they might give me that money that they wanted to give Drake. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it'd be one of those things, I think, too.
Yeah. I also think with the majority of the Generation Z and part of the millennials living most of their life on the internet, it's more easy for brands to look at their social media engagements and how they've been interacting with others and determine
Mhm,
if they're a good fit or not, or determine their potential psychology. Whereas, us and Kanye's, those type of individuals, a big portion of their life was not lived on the internet. So you
mhm,
don't really know how they perceive certain things. Whereas with the younger generation, you can pretty much get a gauge on, you might not know for sure, but you can kind of get a gauge on how they perceive certain things
mhm.
and maybe how they'll act if something else occurs that they don't agree with, or they want to voice their opinion. They can kind of see, okay, well, I don't think this person will do X. I don't think they'll do this. So we're probably safe to give them this amount of money.
For sure. And another thing with the endorsements too is it depends on what you're endorsing as well. Because if it's a clothing line, you got to figure out who fits that standard for you. But if
Hmm.
it's something like body wash,
Oh, here we go.
you gotta figure out who hits that line for you too. And I feel like it's it does have a lot to do with how the person interacts with their audience
Hmm.
and what their core content is on their platform and what
Yep.
they push outside of your product. So that way you get that good fit and you're actually giving the person the money that you actually want to give this money to. But just like you said earlier too, fully vetting these people is what is really going to ensure that your money is going in the right place. And not to say that they didn't vet Kyrie,
Yeah.
because he's had this Nike deal for what almost a decade now, just
I
about.
guess. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds about
So
right.
not to say that they didn't fully vet him whenever they gave him the deal, but going throughout his career and some of the things that he's already done, maybe they
Hmm.
should have had these conversations with him going through. So maybe with the endorsements too, and this is something I just came up with just now, as the years go by and you have this endorsement with this person, maybe this company needs to at least have a quarterly meeting with these people that they're giving these endorsements to and say, hey, how do you feel about these things?
Yeah. I
And
think.
then that can,
Go ahead. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
No,
and
finish.
I was going to say, how do you feel about um, are you anti-Semitic? How do you feel about this? Maybe they should. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too controversial for these companies, but they need to figure out exactly how they feel about a lot of things. So that way, if something does come out in the future, they're not blindsided by it, and they can say, "Okay, we knew this is how he or she
Yeah.
felt." So
Well, it's
that way,
all
it's not a
about
blindside.
control.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Ultimately, it's all about control. And I feel like, we just talked about the the dollars for those A-list stars, and endorsing products. I feel like with companies, if they do decide to go that route where they'll just go to the lower tier stars, and start to give them money, they'll continue to have them endorse their product till they achieve or reach a certain status, and then, and this is again just a thought, I don't know for sure,
Hmm.
they'll just release them saying, okay, you reached this platform or this status, you are no longer somebody that we can control,
True.
so we have to let you go.
That makes
um,
sense. That makes sense.
and
That's a good thing. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, because I really think it's all about control. Because you what we don't talk about a lot in America is you have to buy your freedom. And
Mm.
it's not like we're, I mean, people don't like to hear this. We're not slaves, but
Right.
we are slaves to a certain degree, because freedom is the ability to do what you want with your time.
Hmm.
And when these endorsements and these type of money that entertainers and athletes are getting, technically they're free, but because they are enslaved to these, and I probably shouldn't say that, but because they're getting this amount of money from these companies, they can't they can't do what they want to with their freedom. They
They
can't
can't be
say
free as they really want to be.
exactly, because they're they're bound to certain contracts, and
Hmm.
with a moment's notice, that contract can be taken from them. Now they've made their money, and they can, it doesn't hurt them as much as it would hurt somebody like you and I, who we're
Hmm.
not in that situation by no regards, but
Right.
we are nowhere near where a Kyrie or a Kanye West is. So, for us, taking away a $1 billion contract right now with the salaries that we make is like, oh man, you took away. But
Why
for
did
them,
you do that? Yeah.
it's like,
Right.
man, all right, you took my money. Okay, that's fine.
Hmm.
But it's really all about. I say all that to say it's all about control.
It is. It's definitely all about control, and like you, and it's crazy you say that because there's a lot of people who feel like these people should be able to say and speak and do and perform and act how they want to act
Hmm.
because the land of the free, right? America
Hmm.
is the land of the free. But like you said, it's like these companies to some extent control these people under these contracts
Right.
because you have to abide by a certain standard to be able to keep that contract. And if you're
Exactly.
going outside of what they feel like is the standard for them, then like you said, it went from Kanye having $1 billion contract with Adidas to literally the next week losing that contract,
Right.
going from a billionaire to 400 million, and literally the snap of a finger because Adidas took that money from them because he was acting outside of the standard that Adidas had for him. So you have to, and just like we say it all the time, freedom of speech really ain't free.
Yep.
So the things that you say hold a high regard to the public, and within that, the public eye, that's where the endorsements. That's where these companies, because you're appealing to the masses, and so is these endorsements in these companies. So you have to sell a product for this company, but the public has to love it. So
Yep.
if you are, I keep hitting this damn mic. If you are if you are not appealing to the public, then now you're hurting your endorsement. You're hurting this company. So they have to
Right.
either cut money or take money because
Exactly.
now you're not helping us sell our product anymore.
Right.
In order for freedom of speech to be free, can't accept no endorsements, dog. You got to be you literally have to be independent.
Yeah, unless you're
That's
endorsing
the
your eyes and say, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to like literally endorse yourself to be as free as you want to be.
Yep.
And if not, if you want to accept these endorsements, then you have to accept the terms that these companies put on you. And if you
Exactly.
don't, then you can go in a blink. There's so many more entertainers. There's so many more up and
Hmm.
coming entertainers that these companies can go to. So if you want to keep your money, you gotta appeal to what the company is telling you to do.
Right.
So you're kind of quote unquote slaves to that kind of system. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So do I think that brands will no longer have partnerships with celebrities and athletes? Absolutely not. But I do think they'll start to regulate those endorsements a bit more,
Hmm.
and rein in the personalities that they bring, and look at a little bit closer at who actually is endorsing them, so it doesn't hurt their bottom line, because we know that's all they really care about is their pockets and their profit for the company, which in turn is for their shareholders. But what we learned as um as young kids is to, you know, present yourself well, not only for yourself, but for your family, for your teammates, for your friends, so on and so forth. You know, we kind of sign that social contract of how to
Mm-hmm.
act in public. I think companies, to a degree, they look for influencers that kind of toe that line of following that
Just a
social
bit.
contract. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of overstep it just slightly, but you know, when they step way out of bounds, that's when they like say,
Mm-hmm.
okay, no, you're doing too much. We gotta take it back. But they kind of embolden them for a
Mm-hmm.
bit to do what they do to keep bringing in advertisers, bringing in money for the product that they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, as we found out in the last couple years, there's such thing as what we call outrage advertising, outrage media, which,
Yep.
you know, they always say no, what is it? No marketing is bad marketing.
Yeah. No,
All attention
yeah.
is good attention.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're going right now. And I just think brands need to be more responsible on what they do and how they react to certain situations.
So before we end this segment, let me ask this one last question. We talked about back in with episode 2, we talked about NIL, name, image, and likeness, right?
Hmm.
And with these endorsements probably being a little bit more strict on how they give their money out and who they want to endorse their product, how does that fit with these up and coming athletes and stars if they're trying to use their name, image, and likeness to endorse their product? The the meaning of what to me, this is my own personal opinion. The meaning
Hmm.
of name, image, and likeness is using who you are to sell this product. So
Hmm.
if you are kind of in a bubble with who you are, how can you use your name, image, and likeness to endorse a product? Because a lot of who you are is being free to be you to sell this
Yep.
product. So how
Well,
can you do that?
I think the thing with that college rule for the NIL was put in place to allow those athletes the ability to make money off of their name, image, and likeness.
Mhm,
Before that, they didn't even have the ability to have an extracurricular job if you know if they had the opportunity to, because they felt like boosters would give them improper benefits or give them money to um, money outside of their scholarships. Where now it doesn't matter, you know, as long as it's within the rules. I don't know what that is. We talked about
right.
that, so we still don't really know what it is. But as long as is within the rules, they can now get money for their name, their image, and their likeness. Now, how that fits inside of that bubble for them to be who they are, I mean, I still think it's a control thing because then
Mhm,
the athlete in college is probably getting double regulated because one, they got to answer to the university, and then
mhm.
two, if they do have those endorsements, they have to answer to
That
that
company.
that company or that brand where they probably take their dollars from them.
True, true. I agree with you. I just wanted to see what you thought because I want that NIL to keep going because I do agree that a lot of these college athletes and these small time athletes should be able to get paid off their name, image, and likeness, especially if the university is doing so.
Hmm.
But it's something to be said about being able to be free to be yourself with these companies giving you your money. So I agree with
Hmm.
that. But I think my final wisdom on it is, you know, I don't think it's going anywhere either. I think it would be a little bit more regulated, and I think a lot of these companies will try to exact a little bit more control on these people to be able to say, "Hey, okay, like you see what happened to these people in the past. Let's not be them." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So let's figure out a way that we can have this amicable relationship between both of us, so that way we can make money for years and years and years to come. So I think they will
Yep.
kind of put a little bit more pressure on these people to be a little bit less controversial, but
Hmm.
try to keep them in a way to say, okay, be yourself, but don't be them. So
Yep.
I think I feel the same way.
Yep. So if you're on YouTube, leave us a comment down at the bottom letting us know how you feel
Like,
about
comment,
the
subscribe.
exactly. Let us know what your thoughts on the celebrity endorsements, and are they here to stay, or will we see fewer in down the line? So, in a viral clip from the show Love and Hip Hop, Erica Mena is seen acting ecstatic upon hearing the news that her divorce with Safaree Samuels is finalized. Um, Continuing on in the same clip, in the same call, she goes from ecstatic to crying hysterically. I wouldn't say hysterically, but she begins to cry when she hears the news about how much money, or in her mind, how less money she's getting for child support. So,
Mhm.
Sticks, what's your thoughts on this clip and the swing of emotions for Erica when she hears about the news about the amount of money for child support?
So I agree with Erica in a sense that she was hella happy that the divorce was final because she filed for
Mhm,
divorce a year and a half ago, and she's been waiting for this to die down for to finally dissolve for a year and a half. And
mhm,
I can understand because I don't watch the show. You know, of course, I'm on social media and I see some clips that some of the young ladies that I do follow do post that do watch the show, and from what I do know, for a couple of seasons, Safaree was an asshole.
mhm,
Like, bringing his new woman to different events in the show, and really like being rude to Erica. And
mhm,
not to say that Erica is beyond accountability for some of the things too. There were some things that she did that probably pushed Safaree to the edge of what he was doing, but most of the accountability is on Safaree because he was being a dick. But
mhm.
um, with that being said, she has all right to be super happy to not be, legally obligated to be with this man anymore.
Right.
Now, as far as the child support situation,
Mhm.
now in the state of Georgia where they did the divorce and where they live, where they legally live in the state of Georgia, the maximum amount that anybody is obligated to give is $4,300.
Oh, I did not know
Because
that.
so I went in when I was doing my research on this, I went in and looked up a child support calculator for the state of Georgia.
Mhm.
And once you get over 200,000 gross income per year, it goes to 4,300. It doesn't go up anymore, no matter how much you put in. I went to 300,000, 500,000, 1,000,000, 1.5. It stayed at $4,300.
So would that just be for that calculator though? Because I'm sure it's plenty of individuals that live in the state of Georgia that pay over $4,300 a month in child support.
So, and I actually looked into it a little bit more, and I got a document, a public document off of their court website, and
Mhm.
it also said that the max amount. It had a PDF document, a court document
Yeah.
that said the max amount that is legally obligated to be paid by anybody on child support in the state of Georgia is 4,305.
Man, you know how many people in other states was like, "Damn, we need Georgia's law." Like, you
I
make a lot of
promise you.
money.
Listen, bro,
50
because
Cent will love that law.
because New York crazy, but it's like, bro. So I was looking at it like, okay, so I understand that you guys are both public figures, and Eric and Mena a little bit more of a figure than Safaree is.
Mhm,
Well, now not that Safaree not with Nicki Minaj anymore, but
mhm,
because when he was with Nicki Minaj, he was a little bit bigger than Erica, but now she's a little bit bigger than him. But I understand the outrage because she's going to be quote unquote a single mom now. I don't know how their co-parenting situation is, but she's going to be quote unquote
mhm,
a single mom now. And for her to me, $4,300 is still, I wouldn't say a lot given who they are, but in the state of Georgia, $4,300 a month is good enough money to take care of the two kids that they have. I feel like,
mhm,
but for on the flip side of that, I can understand her being outraged because he makes well more than what that monthly should say.
mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So he should, within his own right, I think, take this 4,300 and of course give that a monthly because he is legally obligated to do so. But if he loves his kids, which is what I would probably do, you should probably do a little bit more, especially if y'all have a really good co-parenting situation going on. But that's just
I'm
me. What you
shocked
think?
at you.
What
I'm
you think?
honestly shocked that you said
What you
that.
think? What you think?
I thought you would went a whole nother route.
No. Because, but I'm gonna listen to what you got to say first, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
react.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
So this is my thing. I feel like when people get into these types of situations, these types of statuses, they
Hmm.
lose sight of reality.
For sure.
And I say that because, and again, I'm gonna start with what you said to start out your segment. Your
Hmm.
your take is
Hmm.
I agree. She should have her reaction to their divorce well warranted.
Hmm.
But to me, her reaction to what she is getting for child support was not warranted. And the reason I feel that way is because um, the Brookings Institution did a study on how much it costs to raise a child from birth to 18.
Hmm.
It's $310,605 for the entirety of that childhood,
Hmm.
right? So she's getting $4,600 for 2 kids. So you divide that up 2,300 a month.
Hmm.
That's gonna be 47,000, I think. I forgot the math on it.
I'm about to see.
Yeah, it's well, obviously it's gonna be above the average, right? The total for all 18 years, one of them's already 2, the other is a newborn. The total is going to be 400,000 and some change. So it's above the norm of what is required to raise those kids. Now, we got to include status, right? Okay, yeah, status. But like you said, she's more famous at this point and probably makes more money at this point than Safari.
Hmm.
So the for her to act the way she's acting as if the kids aren't going to be taken care of
Hmm.
is beyond me. I don't like that this is always the narrative that is painted in our community is the dad is not taking care of the kids because
Agreed.
he's only given X amount of money when, like you said, $4,600 for 2 kids is more than okay, we split it up, $2,300 a month for 2 for a child is more than enough. You have individuals in this country that would kill for $2,300 a month,
50 Cent.
you know? No,
But
I'm
no, yeah,
saying
I know what you mean. I know
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying. I know
no,
what you're saying.
I'm saying the communities that are impoverished, they would kill for $2,300 a month.
For sure. Oh, that's
But
okay. That's true. I got you.
yeah, but you crying because after you got divorced, you find out how much your kids have. Like I don't know their situation. He could very much be an asshole too, but
Mhm.
like he's not taking care of his kids with $2,300 for each of them, and I'll probably get roasted for that take. But and I'm married, and I hope I never go through divorce.
Mhm.
And but I
I pray that
just
you don't either, brother.
I can't get with you being upset because you're only getting $2,300 for a child per month.
Right. And I agree with you in that sense that because I just did the math that 4,305 $4,300 a month for 18 years is going to be almost $1 million. What
Well,
nine
but you
nine
got
hundred thirty thousand, and then I divided
yeah,
it by 2,
yeah,
which is 464
exactly.
thousand per kid. So that's well over the amount that it cost to raise a child from 0 to 18. Well over the
Right.
amount. Right. So, but you also have to take into account that and I have a really good co-parenting relationship with me with Sam's mom. Really good co.
Mhm.
Me and her are best friends. Love her to
Yep.
death. Love her like a sister, right?
Mhm.
And I get
Sorry, I didn't mean to
no,
laugh
you
there.
good. You good, right?
You shouldn't have said that though.
Why? What you mean? This my homie. This my dog. What you mean? That's my
How you
sister. What you mean? Like what you
no,
mean?
no, no, no,
I don't
no,
give a
no,
fuck. I
no.
don't care.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
she just we have a really good friendship, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I messed that up.
So now
Go
you
ahead.
good. Now you good. You good. We can keep that in there too. But
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
but any I give my amount that I'm supposed to give, right?
Mhm,
Every single month. But outside of that I need to give, there's also other things that are not included within that child support that I also bear funds for. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
So over time, these kids are going to grow up. They're going to want to play sports. They're going to want to do different things within their lives. That money is not going to be allocated within that child support. So just like with Sam, right? I give my money, but she plays volleyball, right? So I take her shopping outside of my child support to get her
Mhm.
volleyball shoes, her volleyball gear, paying for her. Me and her mom about to split the cost for her club fees to be able to keep playing volleyball year round.
Mhm.
So those things are not allocated within that $4,300 a month. So
Mhm.
if they have that kind of co-parenting relationship, which the way they reacted on the show, they ain't gonna have that. But if
Right.
they do come to an agreement to be great co-parents, then there's going to be some funds and some things he's going to have to pay for that's not allocated within that monthly that he's legally obligated to give. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that $4,300 ain't enough, but with the relationship that he has with his kids, he should be more than willing to do outside of what he's obligated to pay.
And
That's
so
what I'm saying.
I'm not defending Safari. I don't know
I'm not
Safari,
either. I'm not either.
and don't take this the wrong way. I don't care too much for Safari just because I don't really know what he does, to be honest with you. So
Mhm.
my opinion on him is not based on the person. So he could be very much an asshole, and what I'm saying right now is like not gonna stick because it doesn't vet well with him.
Mhm.
But as the in the situation, are we saying or are we going to assume that he's not gonna do those things? Is that
I'm
this?
not
I mean, I know that's a stereotype, right? That
right.
you have the dad that don't do anything for his kids. He does the bare
Mhm.
minimum, but we have to get away from that narrative and
Mhm.
stop assuming that just because he's obligated to pay a certain amount for whatever the court made him pay, that he's not going to go be above and
Above and
beyond
beyond.
what the minimum is to provide for his children. Like you said, he's required. He can go no higher than 4,300. But see, now I think about it though, is it per child? Is it 43 just 4,300? Or is it 4,300 per child?
It was a little bit over a week since I did this research, and I think it was so whenever I did the calculator, you put in the both spouses' income.
Hmm.
So I put them equal, like a
Hmm.
million per year, right? Gross income, right? And then
Yeah.
and it asks you for a percentage of time that each parent has with the child.
Hmm.
And then so I put 50% equal, right?
Right. Right.
And then I can't remember 100% if it had amount of kids, but it
Hmm.
didn't matter how much I put for that gross income.
Yeah.
It didn't matter how much I put for that gross income. It never went above 4305.
Okay.
Never went above
Well,
that.
Well, I stopped because I'm saying, well, if he's paying 4,300 a month for both kids, it sounded like what you were saying was for one child. But anyway,
Okay. Either yeah, right, right, right.
back to what I was saying.
Right.
Um, so yeah, that's just what he was required to do for by the state of Georgia. That's
Mhm.
not to say he's not going to go above and beyond, and we have to stop falling into the trap of, oh, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do that. If
Mhm.
he does, yeah, he's a piece of shit. But we have to stop assuming the worst and start assuming the best. I think in certain situations
And
because
I agree. I agree.
This is not helping our community whatsoever. And that's another question I was going to ask you, but I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Nah, but and what I want to go back to is I'm not saying that he won't do it. I'm just saying that's my expectation
Right?
for him as a
Yeah.
black
Yeah.
man, as two black men, me and you black men, him being a black
Hmm.
man. I expect him to go above and beyond
Hmm.
because I want him to not be that statistic of the people that most women or most of our community talk about is
Right.
being a deadbeat dad. I don't want him to be that statistic. So my expectation is for him to go above and beyond.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's going to come if him and Erica are able to have a amicable co-parenting relationship.
Hmm.
And if they don't, then he still has that obligation to those children. So he still needs to go above and beyond, regardless of how him and
Yep.
Erica are. He still needs to go above and beyond. And he is expected from at least me and from at least part of my wisdom to go
Hmm.
above and beyond for those children because that's, those me to for myself, Sam is my world, bro. So like is anything that she needs, anything that I can realistically do for her, I'm going to do regardless
Right.
regardless. So that's my
Right.
expectation. I didn't say that he wasn't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you took it that way anyway. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that he's not going to go above and beyond. I just expect him to do that.
No, I was just saying, in general, as a public, the stereotype when these situations come up is, oh, he ain't gonna do it. probably won't even pay his child support. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And we got to get out of that.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Right. We
Because
do. We do.
it's not helping our community.
Right. And it's crazy because from the research that I did is that um Erica had mentioned that she watched Safaree, quote unquote, cry in court to the judge, and it believes that since he makes more money than she does, he shouldn't have to pay child support.
Since she makes more money than he does.
That
Yeah.
he said to the judge that he makes less money than her, and he doesn't want or doesn't shouldn't have to or doesn't want to pay child support.
I
But
mean,
even in the sense of that, it was also reports and there's also a report in the court that um he is also, without trying to pay child support, he's also trying to get the judge to split custody with the kids. But why would the judge do that if you're not even trying to pay child support? So that don't make no sense. But
yeah.
it's just it's just one of those. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't about to say anything. I don't have any experience in child support. Again, I don't want any experience in child support, but if I do get into that situation, I would pray that it is not as publicized as this. I just feel like these situations are always, especially with celebrities, is always publicized, and it always brings out the worst in both parties because they have to save face, right?
Hmm.
So it's just not fair. And the ones that are ultimately getting hurt, yeah, your image as a man or your image as a woman being involved in this may be hurt for a split second, but in the long haul, it's the kids that are going to be hurt because they no longer have both their parents in the household.
100%, man. I think within this too that no matter like the status or the lifestyle that you have, how they look, anything of that nature. Like Erica is a beautiful woman. Safari is a handsome young man. Whatever. But
Mhm,
you should always take more time to vet who you decide to take a chance with life with,
mhm,
because you know you always take consideration of who you lay down with. But I know sometimes you can't help who you fall in love with, but at least figure out who this person is before you decide to sign that marriage contract, and most
mhm,
importantly, before you decide to have kids with them. You need to
mhm.
vet these people out, men and women alike. You need to vet
Yep,
these women out, vet these men out, and say, "Hey, is this somebody who I will want to spend the rest of my life with and bring children into this environment?" Because that's the most important thing, man. The kids are the most important thing, man. Us as
right.
adults, we've been through life experience. We've had our ups and downs. We've been in relationships, in and out of relationships. We can bounce back a little bit faster. These kids are who are young and impressionable, and you're able to mold them. We need to make sure that we, as people, vet who we spend life with, so that way we can have that positive and enriching environment for these children.
Yep. Because I mean, like you said, they are important because they are our future.
Hmm.
And some of them will be go on to be future leaders of our country, and we don't want them to be broken or damaged in any regard because that affects how we are being led into the future, and it's ultimately the overall morality of not morality morale of
Hmm.
our country too. So y'all
Agreed,
let us
man.
know what you think about that, about child support, about the Erica Mena Safari situation down in the comments.
Also, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well.
All right, man. So the clip that has gone ultra viral in the last week or so, B Simone on her podcast, know
Sit
for
up real quick.
sure, know for sure, is admitting to not showering every day. Let's get right into it. Sticks. What are your
Bro,
thoughts on B Simone's comment, and how often should you shower?
is that a question?
That's a question. I'm asking you the question. How do you feel about her comments, and how often should you shower?
All right. So the way I feel about her comment, that shit's nasty as hell, bro. Shit is
Okay.
nasty. So that should probably give you an idea how many times I think you should shower a day. But from what she
Okay.
said was is that, and okay, let me
Wait,
kind
how
of
often you should shower a day? So how many times should you shower a day?
at least once. What do you mean?
Well, you said it. Yeah, I'm just being
You know what I'm
petty right
saying?
now. Go
So
ahead.
right, I can see that, but
Yeah.
but let me make sure I'm saying this in the correct manner.
Mhm.
To a certain extent, I understand what B Simone said,
Mhm.
because in the clips that we've seen in the video that I watched, in the video that I sent you, is that she said whenever you're busy, a lot of the time all you want to do is rest. I get that 100% because me personally, I got real estate class that I'm doing every single day. I got my job that I'm there 10 hours a day. Me and D-Lo talk every day about the podcast. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we usually doing this a lot as far as him editing, me doing the thumbnails and the descriptions, and we're making sure that the podcast is ready to go for Tuesday so we can drop y'all these bangers, like and subscribe. But
You see it?
But regardless of how busy I am, dog, I can't personally myself get in my bed dirty.
Okay.
Period. I have to take a shower every single day. I don't care if I don't leave this house. I don't care if I just stepped outside just to throw the damn garbage at the dumpster that's 50 feet away. I don't care. I
Yeah.
have to take a shower. I have to brush my teeth, wash my face, make sure my hygiene is together. And me, for a man, I have an Audi. I don't have an any, if you know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
that right there, if you ain't washing that motherfucker every single day, I can only imagine what type of market that joint smell like, cuz I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, all right,
I ain't
listen.
gonna hold you. So what you think, my boy?
So I guess we about to have an argument. So I feel like, I
Yeah,
said
well,
it.
let's get
So
into it then.
I feel like this reaction is a bit overboard. And I think most of the public just doesn't want to admit that she has what she is saying has a little bit of validity to it, because I don't think you have to shower every day. Okay. I don't shower every day. I was be honest with you. I shower every other day, but I don't shower every day. Um, and you said you don't care if you're sitting, and you said you don't care if you sit in your house or you go out. So I think if you're out and about, and if you are busy, um, to me that means you're being out and about amongst the public. You're doing this and that. You should shower every day because you're accumulating germs, and you are bringing that back to your house. Your house should be your sanctuary. You should try to keep that as clean as possible. But if you're just sitting in your house, for me, unless you just stank, you sweat all is profusely, um, I don't think you should shower every day. And that's why I don't shower every day, because I don't go anywhere. I sit in my house for the most part, and sit right here at this desk or playing with my kids. So I don't shower every day. I just can't get no simple as that. I do shower every other day. I do brush my teeth every day, do stuff like that. But as far as taking the shower, no. For B Simone's comments, I think for her, because of who she is, this is why it got the type of what? She don't shower every day. But I also think she went a bit far when she said,
Maybe Wednesday, Thursday.
well, yes, maybe so then it's like, wait, how often do you shower then?
Fast, right? Like,
Because
nigga, what?
if you go at that same time frame from Monday to Thursday, you back into another week. You only shower once that week.
That's kind of
No, no,
crazy.
no, no, no.
But listen though, D-Lo. Listen though, D-Lo. I I I fuck with what you said. You know what I'm saying? I can't personally not shower
Yeah,
every
yeah,
day
yeah,
because I actually go out into the world and work. You work from home, you
yeah,
work
yeah, yeah,
remote. If you don't, if you get up in the morning, wash your face, brush your teeth, get on the computer, you're doing your thing, whatever, and you playing with your kids, you don't leave the house, maybe that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? I still
hmm
don't agree with it, but
yeah,
you my brother, love you regardless. I don't give a fuck.
right,
But
right, right. I
it's
don't stink.
something I don't believe you do.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't believe you do.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead. It's
but
something about.
it's something different between men and women, though.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they have a little bit more to maintain when it comes to their hygiene, especially the lower parts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
like, how
They
would
have
you
a little bit
feel?
more creases and
They got a little bit
crevices.
more creases and crevices, and a little bit more happens down there, especially at least once a month that they got to make sure they
Yeah.
take care of, right?
Right, right.
So,
I
how
would
would you?
hope. Whoa. So I didn't even factor in that part. I would hope when she's on that, she's doing it every day,
I
right?
don't believe it. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
believe it.
I would hope so.
I
No,
don't believe
no,
it.
see,
I don't
no, no,
believe
no,
it.
no, 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 no,
She
no, no,
take a
no, no, no.
shower on Monday, and then Friday morning she taking
Nah,
another one, nigga.
I refuse to believe that. I don't think any woman goes through that week and not shower more than every day,
It's open
maybe
to
even twice
interpretation.
a day.
It's open to
You're right. It
interpretation
is
because
open
she
to
did. She didn't
interpretation.
clarify. She didn't clarify.
Yeah,
All she
you're
said
right.
was, I take a shower on Monday morning, and then I might take a shower Wednesday, possibly Thursday morning, brother.
Yeah,
That's her week, bro.
yeah.
That's her week. I don't give a fuck how. I don't care, bro. I don't care how busy you are. You're never too busy to take a 5 to 10 minute shower, bro. At least,
Which is
at
the
least hit,
standard.
at least hit the hot spots. Be
Hmm.
boom, 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 bow,
Hmm.
bow, and we out of there, right? At
After you
least.
wash your ass, you go to your face.
My fault. My fault.
Wow.
I use a facial scrub, so nah, I don't use my rag on my face. I
Wow.
don't use my
My
rag on my
man.
face. I don't use my
See,
rag on my face. I don't use a
but
rag on
that's
my.
what I'm
I use a
saying.
scrub. You know what I'm saying? In
Yeah,
my
yeah,
hands,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. But either way, right? And I don't wash my face after my ass. Fuck you, nigga. But listen,
Hey, I'm just saying.
I did kind of,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
but like, how would you feel? Put yourself in these shoes, right? Yeah. Stacey, don't take this the wrong way. You and B Simone in a relationship,
Hmm.
right? You know what I'm
What
saying?
type
Y'all,
of relationship?
uh,
Just
girlfriend
girlfriend and
boyfriend
boyfriend.
relationship.
We're dating.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I asked because, well, I'll tell you why I asked. Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay. You and B Simone in a relationship. Y'all mutually exclusive, only seeing each other, right?
Hmm.
And you know, Monday you come over. You know what I'm saying? Y'all chilling. You know what I'm saying? You end up, doing
Hmm.
grown up things, right?
Hmm.
And then you come up for Thursday, and you're trying to do some more grown up things, but it ain't been maintained since Monday.
Okay.
How would you feel as her boyfriend if you trying to do the do and it smelled like doo doo?
Well, okay. So that's the thing that you have. All right. So first off, babe, love you. I know you shower every day. Just want to put that out there. Um, but if I'm in a relationship with a girl that does not stay with me, um, and she exposes to me that she does not shower every day, I'm gonna have to question that for the simple reason that I probably won't see her every day.
Hmm.
So I don't know what the hell she's doing when she's away from me. And
Right.
so for her to say she doesn't shower every day and then she's coming to chill with me or we're linking up and in my mind, I probably don't smell anything, but in my mind, I know she hasn't showered. I'm like, okay, again, I don't know what the hell she's doing. She could, for all my, this is me going negative when I just said we need to be positive about certain situations.
Right.
But I don't know what she's doing. She could be fooling with somebody else, bringing their germs in with me. And now I got to, nah, I can't deal with that.
Right.
In regard to what you said, as far as her smell, yeah, I'm first off, I'm definitely letting her know, yo, you don't smell pleasant right now. Two, you got to get you in the shower. Three, how often do you smell like this? Right? And from there, if it's a continuous thing, we might have to, ain't no might, we have to break up. Cause
We
I
got to
can,
cut ties.
yeah,
Facts.
we got to break up. But I think I also think that's the reason why everybody is saying everybody's going overboard with this is because they're automatically matching smell with somebody not taking a shower, and that's not always the case. If you don't shower, you don't always stink. Now, let's be clear with that.
But it's so much different from men and women though, D'Lo. It's so
No,
much different, bro.
I
It's so
agree,
much
especially
different.
if you shit all the time. Yeah,
You know what I'm
you need
saying?
to take a
And
shower
and that's
every
crazy.
day.
And it's crazy because that's one of the things that Desi said in that clip I sent you. He was like, yo, I done seen you got go to the bathroom and drop one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
mean tell
yeah.
me you done drop one and you ain't took the shower at the end of the night? Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah.
like that's exactly what she mean. You
Oh,
know what
well,
I'm
see,
saying?
yeah,
Like
she gotta take a shower.
you literally use the bathroom every day.
Mhm,
You pee from your lower region every day.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you use wipes or not. I know whenever I take a shower, I got wet wipes. I take a shower. I got wet wipes. I use those. But regardless if I got wet wipes or not, I'm still taking a shower at the end of the day because I done had.
mhm.
I might have missed something down there. I can't see. I might have missed. I might got tissue crumbs in my. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I got to get that out. So
Right.
like, nah, dog. Like when it's a difference between a man and a woman because you have to take care of that. Like there's so many things that go on with the women's lower regions that you got to make sure that you take care of that for sure every single day. I don't care, bro. Like I personally can't do it. Every like Wednesdays, right? Sundays and Wednesdays, unless Sam is here. Usually we go to brunch. But Sundays and Wednesdays, I'm usually right here at this desk
Mhm,
most of the day. I rarely go anywhere.
mhm,
But before I get back in that bed, I
mhm.
gotta wash my ass, bro. I gotta hop in the shower. I gotta at least hit the hot spots. At
Yeah.
least hit the hot.
Well, so I think the thing with that though, um, is I wash my sheets every week.
I do too. I do too.
So
I change my
so
sheets
I
every week.
yeah, so I mean, so you extra clean, but I think in that regard, because I know what you lay I mean, whether you showered or not, you laying in the bed every night, you're gonna have dead skin and all that stuff in
For
your
sure.
sheets.
Which should be
So
another reason why you should take a shower every day.
right. I
Cause
mean,
you because you
your
shed
point
a
is
layer of
valid.
skin every single day.
Yeah, point is valid. I mean, I don't think it's gonna change my mind.
No.
I
I'm not trying
if
to.
I
I'm not trying
if I
to.
needed to take a shower, I will take a shower, right?
100%.
But like
100%.
I said, if I feel like I'm just sitting here, I don't stink, I don't feel nasty or anything like that,
Mhm.
Imma take a shower the next day. I take a shower, so if I go every other week, if I start on Monday, 4 showers a week. And again, unless I have to absolutely take a shower. But for her, I guess in your regard, yes, she should shower every day, especially for a woman, and then especially if they hit that time of the month,
Especially.
without question. I
And
didn't
it
I just don't think she was taking that into consideration, like, when she said that statement, that's why I was where I was. But
right.
if you put it that way, yeah, definitely.
She has to. She
Yeah.
has to. She hit that time of the month. You gotta at least be once a day hitting that motherfucker. Hit You gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be hitting that
Right.
junk big. And but like I said, man, it's not to bash any women out there for sure.
Mhm.
Like, but I think a lot of women would agree with me that women at least have to shower at least once a day. I think they would agree. But I know there are people out there that might skip a day. You know what I'm saying? A
Mhm.
la my boy D-Lo, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, if he needs to, he will. But if he don't
So
feel like
have you never, ever
bro,
skipped a day?
never.
I find that hard to believe.
I never skipped a day, bro.
And I'm not knocking you or anything like I
Yeah.
know, like, some days you might come home, long day, and just pass out on the couch.
The first thing I do when I get home every single day without fail, take my clothes off, hang up
Mhm,
my suit, put
mhm.
my underwear and whatever's dirty in the dirty clothes, get bucket, straight to the shower, regardless of how tired I feel. I
Yeah,
come home, hang my keys up, take my clothes off, hang up what needs to be hung up, throw in the dirty clothes, and go straight to the shower every
yeah.
single day.
But again, like you said, you are out in the public.
Yeah,
So what
yeah,
about those days when you are just sitting at the house? And I don't wanna know your routine, I'm just saying, what about those
yeah.
days when you're just sitting at the house and say you playing a video game, you get really into it, or well, I know if that happens, you definitely taking a shower.
Mhm.
Um, but let's say you and you know what I'm talking about.
There are facts.
Let's say you playing a game or whatever the case may be, you playing long hours and get into the night, you realize, oh shit, I ain't take a shower. It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's technically the
You
next day, but I'm still taking a shower. Yes.
that's well, I consider the next day when you wake up from a nap or sleep.
Well, there you go. Okay,
Um,
well, if that's the case, then cool. So if it's considered the same day until I go to sleep and wake up and the sun come up, then I'm still
yeah,
taking a shower. I'm still 2 o'clock in the morning going to my before I lay in my bed at night
yeah.
because most of the time when I get out of the bed in the morning, I'm spending most of my time throughout the day in the living room right here,
Hmm.
right. So before I go back into my bedroom to get in my bed, I can't lay in my bed without taking a shower
Yeah.
at night. I
Well,
can't do
listen,
it.
me personally, I don't think either way is wrong. I
Right.
think you should I think you should shower more than half the week for sure,
For sure.
right? Uh, but I don't yeah, exactly. I think you should shower more than half the week because if you don't, then it's like, what are you really doing with your life? I did read a comment where it said that what she said was a form of depression because when you are
Mm,
depressed, you start to not care about self.
mhm.
I know, like, it was a couple episodes ago, maybe more than a few episodes ago, where she talked about the podcast was a release for her,
Mhm.
to show the new person that has become, and she has been depressed. So when
Mhm.
I read that comment, I thought, "Oh shoot, okay, that guess that kind of makes sense."
Could
But
go into it, right?
right, but then I looked at my own situation, and it's like I'm not really depressed. I don't take
Mhm.
a shower every day.
Mhm.
Um, if I don't feel like I need to or have to. So I guess
Right.
really what is that indication of? Is that just my cleanliness, or do I not have good hygiene? Um,
I don't think it's that. I think you have because you do what you know you need to do. You have good hygiene habits, regardless if you take a shower on Monday and then take another one on Wednesday. You're gonna at least brush your teeth, wash your face. If you need to take
yeah,
a shower on Tuesday, you'll take a shower on Tuesday. So you don't have bad
yeah,
hygiene. Bad hygiene is from Monday to Thursday. That's bad hygiene,
that's
bro.
that's terrible. I'm
Bad
sorry,
that
that's
that
terrible.
that is
Even that's
bad
too much for
hygiene.
me.
Right.
But okay, well, while we're on that, so you know that I forget what organization they say that you should only realistically take a shower every 2 to 3 times a week. And if you do have to take a shower every day, it should be no longer than 5 minutes, and it should not be in hot water. It should be in like lukewarm
Lukewarm
water,
water. Mhm.
because taking a shower so often strips the good bacteria from your body. What are your thoughts on that?
I think I think that's a good bacteria is an oxymoron to me. I don't think any bacteria is good, but maybe whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
But
yeah.
but because bacteria just sounds bad regardless.
Well,
But
yeah, but it is good and bad bacteria. You have good bacteria in your gut that
yeah,
eats
yeah, yeah, yeah.
away, yeah, it breaks
Yeah, yeah.
down the enzymes of, yeah.
For sure, for sure. So I feel like yes, I nah. I can't get with it.
But see,
I tried to see the 2 to 3 times a week, but I just couldn't, bro. But that's just me personally, though.
no, I
Me
get
personally.
that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's I'm in agreement with you on that. Like 2 to 3 times a week is outrageous, but
Outrageous.
you have people that will do that because they follow that guideline, or they feel like they don't need to. And I think I think it is a matter of preference,
Mhm.
but you have to know your body, and if you don't feel like you need to take a shower, if you don't feel like you stink, um, then, I mean, don't take a shower. But if you're gonna be around a lot of people and you haven't showered, just expect that they're gonna be talking about you behind your back, or they you might get some rude comments about your odor.
For sure.
Um, yeah.
Because I'm like you. And if I put myself in that situation that I put you in, as far if me and B Simone in a relationship and I catch a
Mhm. What is that odor what is
what is
that
that? What is
fragrance
what
you're
is
wearing?
that fragrance you're wearing? What is that? Do it again. but,
What is
but
that
what is that? What is that
fragrance?
fragrance? Oh my god! But I would have to be like,
Shout out Jamie
uh,
Foxx.
facts. So, so I would be like, so the I don't think I'm as diplomatic as you with my words sometimes.
Mhm.
So my immediate reaction would be like, cause you said, you know what I'm saying, hey, love you, you don't smell real pleasant. My shit would be like,
Mm,
God damn, I'd probably be cause
yeah,
cause
nah,
fo- cause 4 days down there,
yeah,
I can imagine is crazy, bro.
yeah,
4 days without washing your vagina, young lady, is
mhm,
wild, bruh.
yeah.
That I can't imagine being in a relationship with a young lady that only showers twice a week. Cause
Me
like,
either,
but
especially if
I
it
would probably
smells
throw
not great.
right, and I would probably like throw little subtle hints like, yo, you want to come shower with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come get in
Mhm.
the, you know what I'm saying? Like, try to do some sexy type shit just to be like, okay, now wash your shit, like, go crazy.
But it's
But I would have to have that conversation at some point because it's like you said, I'm not living with you, so I don't know exactly what you're doing. Like, I don't know if you are out and about every day, if you are around multiple people every day, if you are ripping and running and you just coming home and just getting into bed like that's wow.
yeah,
Like nah. And if we had this conversation now in the back of my head moving forward, when you do come to my crib and you try to get in my bed, I'm like,
In the shower.
I got
Yeah.
I got a towel and a rag at the door. Go
Yeah.
use it.
This is my thing
Like,
though. It's the last thing I'll say for
yeah,
this.
for sure.
It's kind of funny, but it's drawing parallels. So the same people that say that some of the same people, I won't say all, some of the same people that say they shower every day will be the same ones that do the situation that you talked about earlier. They'll they'll wash or dry off, wash their ass and then go to their face, or 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 they eat butt. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Like we it's just crazy, man. It's crazy to me that people talk about cleanliness, but then they do stuff like that.
They do nasty shit.
Yeah, like come
You
on,
can't
man.
be clean and do nasty shit at the same time.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
wild, bro. But like,
Yeah,
nah.
you don't want fecal matter on your face, but you have it in your mouth. Come on, man.
No, niggas talking shit out here for real.
Literally.
Literally talking shit. But nah, and just to clarify, since my boy brought it back up, I don't wash my ass and wash my face right
No,
after.
I wasn't
I
saying
use
you. I
a
was just saying.
scrub and I
Yeah,
scrub
yeah,
my
yeah.
face, but I know
I was just
I'm
saying
just making
though.
a joke.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just making a
yeah,
joke. I'm
yeah,
just making a
yeah,
joke. But yeah,
yeah.
like, so my final wisdom on this: be Simone, wash your ass. Wash your ass more than twice a week. To me, that is very unbecoming to men, especially with you being from what I know to you being a single woman. I don't think
Mhm,
any man that you would be dating would agree with you only washing twice a week. So to me, for women, it's a little bit different. Men might be able to skip a day, maybe two,
mhm.
but women
I doubt too, bro.
with that, nah, I doubt too. But
Yeah.
for women with that open wound down there between you, meeting you between the holidays, meeting you
Mhm,
between the holidays, with that
mhm.
between the holidays down there, you got to make sure that's maintained quite well. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So just for that alone, you should probably shower every day. But you know, it's all like D'Lo said, it's all a matter of personal preference. If you feel like you ain't did much and you don't feel dirty, then okay, cool. Me personally, I can't do that. I'm not a very sweaty person, but I just can't. I just feel weird getting in my bed without taking a shower. That's just me
yeah.
personally. I know people have different preferences, but be Simone, baby girl, Monday to Thursday is crazy.
Baby girl.
Baby girl, Monday to Thursday is crazy.
Yeah. Hey, but yo, y'all let us know what your thoughts are down in the comments about how often should you shower and how you feel about B. Simone's comments.
And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and we get y'all this more content. And it helps us get recommended too. So make sure you do that.
Absolutely. Hey, well, with that being said, Sticks, episode 10,
Episode
season 1.
10, my boy.
Boy, 10 episodes. How
10
you feel
episodes.
about that?
Man, and we making crazy progress. We got videos going crazy on this on the channel. So we got people engaging with us. We got people subscribing. We need more, y'all.
Mhm.
But
Definitely.
everything is working according to plan. I feel like, so I feel like it's a major accomplishment for us, especially for how long it took us to actually start this shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I feel great about it. What you think, bro?
I feel good about it too. I think that the response that we've been getting for some of our videos, some of our episodes have been great.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to have more engagement. As you mentioned earlier, we do try to reply to majority of the comments we get down in YouTube. Not only do we need more subscribers on YouTube, we also would like to have more listeners, more downloads for our podcast streams. But we
Mm-hmm.
know in time that'll come.
For
And
sure.
I just enjoy this whole experience for one because it's brought me out of my comfort zone. I don't really like to
100%,
be
bro.
in front of the camera, but it's easy when you do it with somebody that you have a good connection with, and the relationship that we've had for so long,
For sure, bro.
it becomes easy. It's just like we're literally talking to each other, and we are talking to each other
Yeah,
on camera or through the video. So yeah, if you aren't subscribed to the channel on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We keep bringing you content like this. Give us suggestions on what you would like for us to talk about. We'll
for
be more
sure.
than happy to take a look at it and
Mm-hmm.
talk about it as well. With that being said, my boy Sticks, holla at you.
Holla at you, my boy.